What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while now, you'll know that I've done a fair share of traveling over the past few years or so. And a question that I get asked a lot is, how do I afford to travel so much? You know, how much are you paying for your flights, your hotels, your car hire, all that good stuff? So I thought I would make a video explaining the main cost that usually occurs when it comes to traveling, which is the flights. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I get my flights so cheap, essentially. So I'll see you guys over at the computer. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the computer. And today we're going to find out how you can get some cheap flights, the best way to get cheap flights. Maybe you're going away sometime soon and you know, you want to find yourself a good deal, and this is basically going to be showing you how I personally go about finding the best deals, cheapest flights online. Alright then, so we are going to go to Google and we are going to go to skyscanner.net, and it's going to bring you to the main page. Now, the Skyscanner actually do pretty much everything. So they do flights, hotels, car hire. I'm pretty sure they do like excursions and day trips and things like that, but don't quote me on it. I'm not sure if it's on the main website, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere. But yeah, so the thing that, you know, they're most well known for is their flights, and it's very simple to use. That's the thing I like about their website, is, you know, very minimalistic and easy to use. So let's say, for example, then we want a return flight, and we put it from, it could be, you know, you can put any airport, obviously. Birmingham's my closest, and we are going to put New York, and we'll put New York any. Obviously there's LaGuardia, Newark, JFK, but we'll just put New York any. Now, the more broader you make your airports and dates and things like that, is going to ensure that you're getting a better deal. Now, a good thing that you can do, say for example, if you're not dictated as to when you can take your holiday days from work or whatever, or you're not really fussed which month and date in the year you're going away, there's a way that you can, you know, save yourself a whole lot more money. So you literally just go to the depart date, you click whole month, and then obviously you have different months you can apply this to, but you just literally click cheapest month, and then obviously you choose how many adults. So let's just put one adult just for the sake of this video, and then you have various different options. So you can click add nearby airport, again that's broadening your search, and you can click add nearby airport, again broadening your search. Now, you can select direct flights only if you want, but you will be able to see the direct flights, and you'll be able to change your search once you've actually gone ahead and click search anyway. So there's no real need to do this. A lot of people kind of get put off by, you know, indirect flights. I think, oh no, I don't want to have, like, you know, a 3-day layover in, you know, wherever, and it's generally not the case. Like, I very frequently do layover flights, and usually only there for like an hour at most, you know, at most places. So it's really not a thing that should put you off, especially if you're going to be saving yourself hundreds of pounds as well. So yeah, without further ado, we'll go ahead and search flights. Okay then, so it is to be noted that generally the cheapest time of the year to fly is usually between January and March. Now, obviously, smack bang in the middle of that is February, and this has chosen February. So we can see that we've got all these different prices for the outbound flights from Birmingham to New York. So we can literally just go ahead and see which one, you know, we like the most, and you can see that generally weekend flights, so it's generally Friday, Saturday and Sunday the most expensive days to fly. So if you can fly from Monday to Thursday, if you can fly on those days on your outbound flights and also your inbound flights, then you're generally going to get the best deal. So let's just say we will choose this 5th of February because it's only £135, and then we choose to come back. Oh, look, we have one in 2 weeks, £135. So that means we have a return flight from £270. So then you click show flights, and we will see what this is looking like then. Okay then, so obviously you can sort it however you like. So we're going to select cheapest first. Now the cheapest first was actually ranked at the best as well, but we have, for this £271 flight, we have self transfer. So it says, on this journey you may need to check yourself and your bags in for each individual flight. You must pass through security and passport control during each connection, and you will need a visa if your connection is in a country that requires one. So this is pretty much so this is going to Stewart International. I don't even know where that is. Where's Stewart International? Let's find out where that is, because we don't want one that's like miles away from New York, do we? Oh, so it's actually in New York. Whereabouts there? I've never even heard of Stewart International. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is in New York State, this is in New York City. That might be a bit too far away, depending on, whether or not you want to travel that far. I probably wouldn't go with something like that. I would pick with something that's actually in New York City. So you're generally going to be looking at like something like JFK or Newark. And the cheapest one for that is this one here. It's strange how they're all like with Virgin Atlantic, isn't it? And we have some with KLM as well, but yeah, so we'll select this one here. Now you can see we have a good flight time. Flies out first thing in the morning and it arrives at a pretty decent time. Now that's like saying 15 hours. Now I know the flight to New York is only like 7 hours, so that's going to be pretty long layover, but we can see how long it is if we just select on this. So yeah, so 5 hour layover. It's still not that bad, it's a cheap flight. I would definitely go ahead and do this. It's a pretty decent time coming back as well. But yeah, you can obviously scroll down, and if nothing like this really does jump out to you and you're like, this really isn't going to work, I'd rather have either a direct flight, then you might want to change the airport, say like for a London airport, and then we'll select whole month, cheapest month again. Now with being like a bigger airport, something like Heathrow, you're generally going to get a better deal. Obviously you're going to have to factor in the cost to get there and back, but because it's a bigger airport, they generally have more frequent flights, so you generally are going to get a better price. So this is strange because it says that the cheapest month to fly is May 2020, which May is generally a pretty expensive month depending on when you go. So obviously you can see that this is a bit more pricey because this is it Whitsun week, is it, like the last month in May? But we're going to go ahead and select for a week in May. That's from £207 from London to New York. That's just crazy. Okay then, so it has done loading. It doesn't seem there is any for £207, but there is some for £237. But if we actually scroll down, there is quite a few for £237. And another way that you can find yourself a good flight or one that's more ideal for you. You can change around the outbound flights. So for me, I prefer to fly out as early as possible and then return as late as possible, just so you can extend your trip. So let's say, okay, we want to fly sometime before midday and want to return, you know, say sometime after 3:30 in the afternoon. And here is how you find yourself a suitable flight. So this is like, this is crazy how cheap this is. So flying direct, yes, direct, not even any transfers, from London Heathrow at 9:30 in the morning, returning back at landing in JFK. So that's your prime airport for New York at just after 12 o'clock, and that's £266. And then on your return flight, leaving in the evening, this is with Finnair. I've never flown with them, so I don't really know what they're like. And then you return back the following day, and this is going to be a short layover there. And that's £266. This is crazy how cheap that is. I remember back in the day when you was looking at like I mean, they've even got ones where it's direct on both flights. See, look, it's why it's definitely worth comparing, because I could have just went ahead and went, yeah, I'll book that, but for £1 more I could have got a later flight and then, you know, just had a direct flight as well. So yeah, it's definitely worth playing around with things and seeing if you can get yourself a better deal. Okay then, so obviously this method is the best method. You know, the fact that you can fly any day, any month in the year, and you can just select the cheapest days to fly. But obviously that's not going to be the case for a lot of people. They can only take certain days off. They may have kids, they can only fly in the school holidays or whatever. So, you know, there is other things that you can do to get yourself a better deal. So let's say then, let's fly from Birmingham again, not Birmingham. Let's fly from Birmingham, and there is actually two, I'm pretty sure there's two, yeah, there's Birmingham, Alabama as well, so make sure you don't click that if you're selecting Birmingham. And let's say you've got kids, let's say, okay, we want to go to Mallorca. What am I doing? Oh no, it's what? Why can't I not spell Mallorca? What am I doing? Oh, it's that's it. It's because it's Menorca, isn't it? That's how you spell it. Okay. Let's say you can only go for a week in April, and you have 2 weeks off, and your weeks off are from the 6th of April until the 20th of April. So that means you can fly for a week any date between the 6th and the 20th. So like I was saying before, generally the cheapest days to fly, now you need to check this, but generally the cheapest days to fly are Monday to Thursday, so it's definitely worth playing around. So let's select Tuesday, and so fly out on the, let me change that to April. So fly out on the 7th, and we're going to come back on the 14th. Let's select 2 adults and 2 kids. So let's just put 6 and 4. And we just want direct flights because we have little kids and we cannot deal with the stress. Right, search flights. Okay, so straight away we can see there isn't any direct flights on those days, so we can go ahead and select the days where there is direct flights, and it's sorted by cheapest first. Okay then, so we have, once we've changed the outbound and the return flight times, we've actually only been left with one, Now, like I was saying, you'll probably get more options when you choose a bigger airport like a London airport, but you know, that's £678, and that's for 4 people, so 2 adults, 2 kids. I don't think that's that bad, but we'll go ahead and change this to London just to compare the prices. Same again. Okay, so here's one here, £610, so it's a little bit cheaper, but obviously you would have to make your way to Stansted Airport, and depending on how convenient that is for you, it might be a little bit difficult. But you know, it is definitely worth playing around with different airports as well. So let's say Manchester, because certain airlines only fly from certain airports. Now, it would be good if that you could literally just search United Kingdom. Pretty sure you can't do this. Yeah, it'll only just bring you like the main airports that you can fly from. But let's select Manchester. Yeah, see, that's more expensive. So the cheapest one was the London airport. Birmingham wasn't too expensive, but obviously it'd be the one that's most suitable to you. You have to weigh up all the costs, you know, your transfer costs, you know, if you've got to park your car there, you know, all that comes into play. So you need to really weigh everything up. But yeah, obviously that, you know, like I was saying, they do have pretty much the same features for hotels and car hire as well, and they do compare the prices, you know, from pretty much all the, you know, different sites out there. So it's definitely worth giving Skyscanner a go. You know, this is pretty much how I book all my hotels and flights. You know, I get myself the best deals and the best prices, and I've kind of learnt now over the past 5 years or so when is the best time to go, when's the best time to travel. And as a general rule, if you can book at least 3 months in advance, you are going to save yourself a whole lot of money. Generally, the cheapest time to book is between 4 and 8 months in advance. Now, I wouldn't go as far as booking like 12 months in advance for flights, because there is going to be very limited flights available, because flight companies, because airlines, they only really release flights for like the next 8 months or so. So I'd say book anywhere between 4 and 8 months in advance, and you're going to get yourself the best deals. That's the same with hotels as well. But yeah, try and book in advance, because if you're only booking like, you know, for next month or whatever, you are going to be you know, dealing with supply and demand. You know, there's not going to be the same amount of flights available that there was, say, 6 months earlier, and that's going to be the same for obviously hotels and car hire as well. But yeah, I hope this video has kind of helped you. I hope you go ahead now and use Skyscanner. It's not a paid video. I'm not getting paid anything for this. This is genuinely what I do to save money when I'm traveling, and this is how I'm able to travel quite a bit. Now, obviously, you could go down the high street and just go to a travel agent and just be like, look, I've got this much money, sort me a holiday out, but I would rather get more holiday for my money, so that means I can travel more places essentially. So yeah, so I hope this video has helped you out. I hope you have learned something, and I hope to see you guys again shortly. So please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in that next video. Peace.